you want extra budget in the DPWH, you go to Congressman Garjola, who is close to Ari Perez.
Tawag sa Pilipino yan eh, bantay sa lakay. Kala natin nagbabantay. Nagbabantay, watchdog.
You want extra budget in the DPWH, you go to Congressman Garjola, who is close to Ari Perez. And I'm thankful to Secretary Dizon that he does not tolerate that practice and therefore remove these appointees.
May tawag sa Pilipino yan eh, bantay sa lakay. Kala natin nagbabantay. Nagbabantay, watchdog. Pero sila, the ones attacking our, pero it's a good news na sabi, October, November, December. So barely 2 to 3 months lang sila in the job. And normally, I know, as far as I know, being employed in the government will take, before you can get your salary, mga 6 months kang bago makuha yung salary mo bago makuha dahil sa daming requirements. May SALN, may mga NBI clearance, police clearance. I don't know what happened to the vetting process. Diba, may NBI clearance, may police clearance, lahat ng clearance ni-require bago ka ma-appoint. May SALN. What happened to the vetting process? If that's the kind of people they get. I know there are appointees, political appointees. Pero yung ASEC level, mga political appointees pa rin yan. Director, medyo political appointees pa rin.
I think Secretary Vince trusted Ari and did not know that the people he brought with him are contractors. So when he found out, he removed them.
Yeah, pero I don't find satisfaction that he does not know. Because how can you be a good secretary if you are not a good vetter or checker, fact checker na lang, or background checking? He did not practice due diligence.
At least he's open to feedback from congressmen because I have talked to them extensively about this. And I hope the public will not take it against us that we're doing background checks on government officials, because I think some people are saying that this is not usually done. But better that it's done than it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's the advantage of at least something was done.
Yes, and as congressmen, we have oversight of
Yes.
the DPWH.
Yes.
And that I also mentioned in this official statement that investigations are ongoing on an undersecretary of another agency who became a DPWH contractor with flood control projects after assuming office.
Bago rin.
And I actually have
Another USEC na outside the DPWH.
I actually have the GIS of the company that was newly incorporated of this undersecretary of another agency than DPWH, which you can easily check has a flood control contract with DPWH.
My God.
But I don't want to, again, bring this out now because I believe it's already being investigated upon and will be dealt with appropriately.
Yeah.
And I also find it important to note that it's not just these few individuals, it's systemic.
Yeah.
And baka kung tatanggalin natin lahat ng mga government officials na may connection sa mga contractor, kukunti na lang ang matitira.
Parang sa Kongreso, mauubos ang Kongreso, sabi ni Ombudsman Revilla, Remulla, mga at least 10% of them.
Ikaw na po mamang nagsabi niyan.
Kasi kaya kinakot ko sa si Ombudsman Revilla, Remulla, kakamali pa ako.
But I guess I can say
ahead.
what I wrote also here, that the government is full of DPWH contractors and officials from all over government. Not only congressmen and senators try to get insertions. This diverts the budget towards money-making projects like flood control and roads. And we will keep on pushing to reform the DPWH and the budget process so districts like mine can get the classrooms and hospitals that we need.
Yeah, and I'm very glad that you are pushing in the 2026 budget when it went through the House, that you reallocated those from the DPWH to education, to health, etc.
And I hope it will remain that way because, again,
How much yung na-realign mo?
there's a strong push to always increase the DPWH budget.
Yeah, yeah. Especially during election time, the election year.
Because I think I previously said naman, the reason there's a classroom shortage is because there are less kickbacks in classrooms than flood control or road projects.
Yeah.
That's why within the DPWH budget, the people who want kickbacks will not insert classrooms. They will insert flood control, or if there's no more flood control, roads.
Bigger money making.
And just to give a context to why we're doing this, again, I apologize if there's anyone upset that we are investigating and calling out individuals in government who have DPWH contracts. But this began because when I was newly elected as congressman, I was trying to fulfill my promise to my constituents to increase the budget for my district, especially for the needed projects like classrooms and health centers. And palaging sinasabi sa mga humihingi ng extra budget na kulang na ang budget.
Yeah.
Limitado ang fiscal space.
Yeah.
Pero, pag kausapin mo yung mga malapit sa kusina, sasabihin nila, pwede kang makakuha ng extra budget kung magbibigay ka ng advance na SOP. And until now, if I as a congressman want to get an additional budget for my district, if I talk to the right person, I can get an extra budget for my district if I pay for it. And logically, you would pay for it because you will earn from that insertion when it's added to your district. That's why the solution we're proposing is that for the current and future budgets, that it be allocated based on an equation so that there is no discretion. Because if there's discretion, people can say, kailangan nitong distrito ng extra budget. Pero lahat naman kailangan ng extra budget. Pero pipiliin, by temptation, ang mga magbabayad para sa extra budget. So an equation already works for the allocation of the national tax allotment or internal revenue allotment. It's 50% population, 25% land area, and 25% equal sharing. And maybe if there was a discretion on allocating ERA to LGUs, there would also be the possibility of corruption. But because it's an equation, there's no discretion, there's no corruption. So that's my proposed solution to all of this. But in the meantime, we continue to do background checks on government officials because the system continues to be that kung may connection ka, may insertion ka, at either pwede mong ibenta ito sa isang contractor o ikaw na mismo pwede kang mag-set up ng sarili mong kumpanya na mangontrata sa DPWH.
May kaklaro lang ako kasi kamali yata kong dinig. Sabi mo, the solution we're proposing for the current budget or in future budget is on antiquation or equation?
Equation.
Equation. Which is na, as you explained, equation na, ano yung equation na yung 50%, 25%? Ano yung ba ibig mo sabihin?
Yes, that's how we already, under the local government code, already allocate budgets to LGUs,
okay.
Which is 50% population, 25% equal sharing, and 25% land area multiplied by the 40% of national taxes
NTA
fiscal years ago.
Okay.
That's how the NTA is computed. And the equation can factor in other factors like poverty, disaster vulnerability. But the point is to eliminate discretion, to eliminate opportunity for corruption.
And when how can you remove discretion when there is a required equation?
Because if there's an equation, then there won't be a
pattern na baga. You just have to follow the pattern.
Because Secretary Dizon in the budget hearing says that even he doesn't agree with the allocable budgets
the new
that were given by former DPWH Undersecretary Catalina Cabral.
Oo.
Because, by the way, I would like to let this be known to government officials and members of Congress who might be listening to this.
Switch kayo ng microphone.
Oh.
I did not supply PCIJ with the file on the list of allocable budgets.
Oh, teka muna.